Well, that's because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Sorry, chat. That's okay, because I'll fix everything before the race begins. I fixed everything. Everything is perfect now, no issues. Alright, we're back with race 2 between bramhallthefifth and Vlad. This is Stat Rando, that is a Demon's Mail in the shop. That is a 3,000 gold Demon's Mail in the shop, so we can actually afford that. Demon's Mail, the best armor in the game. We also have Iron Golem, which is quite nice since you get Black Panther, especially if you have the AD defense that Demon's Mail gives 55. Whatever. Okay. So this is Stat Rando. This is different from the Magician Rando we just saw because now they do not have infinite MP. There's also a little funny number on the top of the screen that was, you know, they probably saved time. That Devil Rush Soul. That little number next to the HP shows how many major checks there are within the area that is soul canisters and books. In this case, there are 8 in the 20 checks of Castle Corridors. So about half. This lets the runners know when they have fully cleared an area of everything they might want to find. This preset is also Panther first, so we're going to be seeing Panther move first in the next 3 checks. However, the difference between Stat Rando and the Element Rando that was present within Magician, it's not confusing at all, don't worry about it, is that Stat Rando also randomizes attack, defense, and HP. So we can see this Creaking Skull has plus HP but minus attack. Again, every single boss is guaranteed a buff. However, they can have up to 3, so Prey for the plus attack, plus HP, plus defense Julius, or, you know, if you'd rather plus defense plus attack, resist slash or something. You know, there's a lot of really fun combinations for our runners. I got Black Panther here, that's the Rush Soul again. Hasn't changed from what it did last season, you know. And of course, there are now items around the castle instead of just soul canisters. So our runners will be able to find food, they'll be able to find stuff to sell, so that shop will be a good bit more useful than it was last seed. Starting off with that Skula, that's one part of our grow mode. Oh, and also instead of all bosses, this is objectives. So there are 3 books, each of them contains an objective, which is either equip a soul for Grand Phase 2, or have killed a boss before you fight Grand Phase 2. There will be 1 of each, and then the 3rd one is random. So it does incentivize killing some bosses before you even know what you have to do, just on the off chance that it is your required boss. Combat's going to be quite a bit different in this seed, probably a good bit harder as well. Can't stay out of range and can't spam very powerful bread souls. So we're going to be seeing this, is it Mistletoe? It feels like Mistletoe, but I think it's actually Broadsword, or Gladius. We're going to be seeing this sword see a lot of use. It is not Mistletoe, that makes it Holy Moons. I think it's Gladius. That Demon's Mail and Iron Golem is going into doing a lot of work for Vlad here. Just able to run through all his enemies, not taking very much damage, not taking any knockback. It's a very good combination. And you have Black Panther. Is that going to be Malphus? That is Malphus. Nice. We got a nice friendly seed here. Some good starting armor. Starting Skula and Malphus are not going to have to do anything out of logic. Backdash, finally good backdash weapons, just very friendly, very nice seed. Now, yeah. Vlad did win the first match in this set, the first game in this match. No, the first match in this set. Yeah, that's the language I'm choosing. So if Vlad wins this, that will be a 2-0, and Vlad will move on in the loser's bracket. However, if Bram wins this, then our runners will have to schedule a 3rd match using the last preset, which is Backdash Run. Nothing there in Forbidden, which you love to see, and Study, which has 3 things, but you cannot do anything, as we do not have Slide. So we're going to be seeing both runners take that Malphus that they got and head back through corridors to the vanilla inner quarters door, probably. They could go other places, but I don't think they would, since it's just right in their way. Very convenient to get to. Bram getting some level ups here from those gargoyles. They do give a lot of XP for how much HP they have, so it's very convenient. Zero check forbidden could be good items. You say that, Guy McGuy, but no. That is great armor, and that is not Black Panther. Oh, this is not a good position for Bram to be in. Oof. Got just enough MP to make it out. And I'm gonna assume it was the vanilla inner quarters door. Takes us to left clock tower. I didn't almost call it the wrong area. Gonna see a boss here. Headhunter, this is doable as long as it's not like plus defense, plus HP, resist slash. So let's just pray for something easy, you know? Minus defense, minus HP. That devil is quite nice for this. If I were Vlad, I would save it for the next level, because this first phase is a lot easier with just a sword, as you can kind of stun lock the first phase of Headhunter with fast attacking weapons. So it's a weird phase. Honestly, 16 damage is more than I expected, but it's less than you want. By default, each phase of Headhunter has 600 HP. I wasn't counting, but that was more than 600 by somewhere between, I believe, 40 and 100%. So, having that rush soul damage to start off is quite nice here. Oh yeah, we can see the level difference. Vlad has 344 HP compared to 380 on Bram's side, as well the damage difference, dealing 3 more damage. It's not a lot, but you know, when you're dealing this little, it's gonna add up, so it's gonna be some time saved from just pure levels for Bram. How's everyone's day been? I know we got some nice Headhunter. Phase 3 is the worst one. Let's see, so at 600, and we're hitting 16 a hit. We're looking at like 40 to 50 hits, depending on how much more HP it rolled. Like 37 to 75 hits, you know? So it could be a minute, but it doesn't seem like it was a full 100% roll. And thankfully that Demon's Mail is, you know, just incredibly good. Taking so little damage here until you get poisoned, and then your defense gets decreased and your attack gets decreased, so you're dealing less damage, taking more damage. Poison sucks. Is it 600 HP? I thought it was 700. It might be 700. I have it written down somewhere. I'm just not looking at things because I hate spreading correct information. I don't actually have it written down. I'm not pulling up DSV edit for this question. I think you are right, and it's 700. So that math is between 44 and 88 hits. That is Headhunter down for Vlad. Rams in phase 3. That certainly was an item. It is Kaiser Knuckle. You know, I've seen worse items. Why spread correct information when you can rely on the area? I agree. Does everyone here know that the chance of blocking mail blocking an attack is actually 73%? That's very true. Gotta believe me. I do got 2 more checks here in Clock Tower. There are some... Looks like one of them is going to be beneath the school area. Pretty sure it's 1.3%. No, that's actually the drop chance of Legion's Soul. So it looks like Vlad's choosing to save there, and then he's going to do these bottom checks, and if it's nothing good, he'll probably save split out. Good usage of Iron Golem there. It is Imp, that's not very good, but still, could check the item. Yeah, oh. Choosing to reset out. Bram finishes the fight. I'm gonna be exploring Clock Tower himself now. Vlad heading up to the top right exit of Clock Tower. Hopefully it goes somewhere nice that the runners can actually do things in. We'll have to see. Funny Frogsy wants to clarify that 94.5% of all statistics are made up on the spot. That seems like a true number to me. It's also actually the hit chance of weapons in Aria of Sorrow. Every enemy has a specific chance to dodge, and usually it's negative, so that 94.5% chance to hit doesn't matter for Soma. There's a couple enemies that come to mind that have a higher dodge chance, a positive dodge chance, so you have that 5% chance to miss. Can't do Galamoth here. No time stop, no Chronomage Soul. But Great Armor, thankfully pretty easy. Does have that plus HP and Resist Stone. So it's gonna take a minute. I believe Great Armor normally has 600 HP. I think that one's a true number. I think. Because Manticore has 440. And then Great Armor has more than Manticore, but not like an absurd amount, you know? Got those lag frames heading up. And that Alpha Robe is just pretty nice to have, honestly. You might not see as much use as Demon's Mail is better in almost every occasion, but if we find some nice Rush Souls or maybe Shadow Knight, it could see some use. Bram chose to keep the Imp Soul and whatever the other thing was I did not see, and is now heading down to the bottom exit out of Clock Tower as well as the Warp. So we're going to see some Route Divergence here. And by that I mean Bram is heading back to Corridors. Which is Route Divergence, just not the Route Divergence I was expecting. Completely empty chapel and a Satan's Ring drop. That's very nice. First accessory for them. I say very nice, it's like a middling top tier accessory, you know? There's better ones. Could be a Ring Ring, could be a... hey, Galmoth. Well, that's actually very convenient for Vlad, because he's going to come back, he can grab that back Galmoth and ask himself, there's a one check left. I've cleared the entire area. I wonder where it is. Poison Fist could be nice. It's a good weapon, plus it has that poison element. And those are some very cheap grapes as well. 200, dude? What the heck? Alright, so Vlad probably gonna head back to these Galamoth checks now. Gonna see this door sooner than 30 minutes now. It is Reservoir. Only 6 checks out of 21. That is less than 1 in 3. Quick maths. The downside of Poison Fist is that its range is very not good. So you don't want to use it against a lot of enemies that have like moving parts, like say the demons or the devils or Dryad. That's it. Giant Bat, you know that. Typically, that Demon's Mail, not as fun, but Giant Bat, that is flight. So, you know, it's also not that fun, honestly. It's nice and all, but, you know, it is Giant Bat. Nobody wants Giant Bat. Giant Bat, though, it is also Slide, and we have not found Slide yet, so that could allow Vlad to head back to Study if he so desired. Which I really hope he doesn't. Because that's a long way away. That's Blue Book for Bramhall, so, you know, suddenly Bat's looking like a very helpful soul, because we can't get that without Slide or Giant Bat. Normally that's one of those checks where it's either an item that you don't care about, or it's a canister that you can hit through the wall, like we saw last seed. However, in this case, it is an item that you very much care about, and in fact need. Wasn't Giant Bat there last time too? No, Giant Bat was in a Study behind the backdash wall. Alright, so Vlad coming into a Reservoir here. Went through the same door as Bramhall. He can do this check up at the top. I don't know if that's enough MP. Whoa! No, that's enough, that's enough, that's enough. Just hold up. There you go. As well as being able to get this Blue Book when he comes around to this tunnel. Again, this Demon's Mail, and... Hey, it's Vlad. That's unlucky for Bram. This Demon's Mail and Iron Golem combo is very nice. Not running into very many plus attack... hey, it's a plus attack enemy that deals damage to that. Graham? That's fine. It's better than Gladius. It's basically just the same sword though, honestly. It's got a few less startup frames. I think it's like 10 instead of 14. Don't quote me on that. Oh, sorry, not startup frames. I don't know startup frames. Like total frames for the animation to be active. Vlad, I actually do have startup frames. Gladius has 6 startup frames, 28 animation length in frames, and 15 iframes. Whereas Graham, if I can find it, has 10 iframes, that's shorter, 4 startup frames, that's 2 frames faster, comes out 2 frames faster, huge 30th of a second, it matters, and has an animation length of 22 frames. So, you know, basically the same sword, honestly, doesn't matter. Into Arena from Eastern Reservoir. Got 3 checks here. No slide, sadly, as Bram has not cleared Eastern Reservoir to find that slide. And Vlad making use of Bat in top floor. Oh, careful! You are one shot, but you got some grapes and you chose not to use them. Interesting. Beef curry, that's a full heal basically. Plus 800. And Vlad's gonna be heading back to the shop to take a heal. Top floor had nothing, guy says. I believe him. As long as you have the warp, doesn't really matter. If you remember how to get there. Whereas gardens will definitely be an issue if you forget where to go. Thankfully you haven't seen it yet. Black belt, good accessory. It's not a percentage, so it might be correct. Armor of Fire, no reason to grab that. It is just bad. And you have Demon's Mail. But I think the more important reason is it's bad. You want to just like protest it. Ghost from Winged Skeleton is our red soul for our red book. That does mean pretty good odds that blue book is going to be a boss objective. And by pretty good, I mean 50%. Winged Skeleton, pretty easy farm. I say, but I can't actually remember where Winged Skeleton spawns, so, you know, take it with a grain of salt. I don't know about this Balor, I'll be real. We'll see how much damage. Oh, 30, never mind, it's fine, just don't get hit. Plus attack, plus HP is not amazing. It will do probably like 200 damage on a hit with one of the big punches. But overall, Balor is a pretty doable boss hitless. One of the easier ones, once you've got his patterns down. And 36 damage from Skyfish is very good. Winged Skeleton is Dance Floor and Chapel. That sounds right to me. Big golem here. Some good rush soul usage. What was that hitbox? Excuse me. Okay. Honestly, I thought that was just the vanilla location because those colors just blended together for me. But yeah, Vlad's back in the study. Boss is down. Got some checks to do here though. And there's Vlad signaling. Ooh. So, what Bram's trying to do here is that Skyfish, when you're using it to charge and amp Soma's damage, it puts Soma in a crouching state. However, if your MP runs out while you're doing that, Soma stands up. Which means if you don't time it quite well enough, you could just accidentally get hit. 87 is very good, dude. That defense decrease during the second phase is very noticeable when you have plus defense galore. So that's going to be Balor down. It's going to be a lot of levels for Bram. Ectoplasm, and Yasutsume is a nice find. That'll be good for Chaos 1. That is another form of fight for Vlad. Did Bram fight the boss before doing the checks? I guess so. Hoping for Giant Bat, probably. But unfortunately, we know where that is. I just don't remember, but we know where it is. Ooh, gotta watch out for that. Lubricant's dealing a lot of damage. When you have Iron Golem on, your iframes are also decreased. There's one more check here. We already know where one of those two is. It's Red Book up at the top. So, can't do that middle check, but Bram is hoping that DDR here is the check that he's looking for. Dance Hall, also 0. That's fun. Just doing all the 0 areas. Jumping too high to hit that giant worm. Alright, so we're going to see what Blue Book is now. And that'll be one book for both of them. Inner Quarters boss. I don't think so. Yes. Algorithm says yes. So I've changed my mind to I do think so, actually. We did not see the second, the last soul check in Arena there. So it looks like it's going to be slide blocked behind Worst Storm in the game. Sadly for Bram, slide is in Eastern Reservoir, which is what Arena connects to. So this is the question. If you were playing, would you have gone to Arena first, or would you have gone to Eastern Reservoir first? Think about it, that is Yellow Book. We have seen all 3 books. Arena boss. Alright, so if Bram finds the books, Bram is in a very good position here. We just gotta see Bram go Eastern, get that slide. And then, just go through the rest of what is Reservoir. Dude, Reservoir is stacked this game. And also find Flight. Flight also matters. Dane's Leaf is nice. That's a dark weapon. It's also very high damage, so it's good against Bram. It's good against any enemies that decide to roll to be weak to dark. Seeing another sleep trick here for Bram. You get that boat, and you enter the next room, and then come back in. So now when you sleep, it puts you where you entered the room from, which is now where you want to go. Accidentally skipping that blue soul, and we find gardens from Vanilla Eastern Reservoir entrance. Reservoir is either the craziest area of Randy. Yeah. A lot of the time it's filled to the brim with just garbage. Really needed flying armor. Exactly what I wanted to find in Reservoir. So now question 2 is, once Bram gets that slide, does Bram head back into Arena to do Worst Storm and fully clear that area? Or does Bram head to the lower part of Reservoir to grab Blue Book? And then from there, it's also an interesting dilemma, because, once you've got that Blue Book, you don't exactly want to run through all of Reservoir to go the western exit. So, when is Bram going to go find Yellow Book? Also, please stop mashing jump. It is less efficient, I believe. Vlad got poisoned in this Manticore fight, but Iron Golem saving the day. Can't get knocked out of your Rush Soul charging animation if you just don't take knockback. Levitain. Heck yeah. 0-0 Chapel's always at the best gear though. Levitain fire weapon, so if we run into any enemies weak to fire, that's going to be the go-to. Oh, is Bram gonna save split the West checks? That's a possibility here, actually. I could see that being pretty cool. Or like, oh, even better, save split getting blue book. I think that's what's gonna happen. So Bram saves here, Bram goes down, gets blue book, sees what it is, resets, and then heads to the west. So Bram is gonna know that he has blue soul, or that he did blue soul thing, and then he's gonna find yellow book immediately after. He's going to be in a very good position. That's intercore response. He knows to beat that. Resets, heads back. Very good save split here from Bram. And Vlad has been running around, and I don't know anything of what he's been doing. But it's in dance hall. Vlad needs to find Arena, basically. So he needs to go back to Reservoir, go to Eastern Reservoir from there, and then into Arena. Oh, is it Hippogriff up here? That kind of sucks for Bram. No, I don't think it is. It would suck if it was, dude. If Bram had Kicker, he'd be able to get up to that check. If Bram had Undine, he'd be able to do it. But he doesn't have those options. Okay, so right now, it's the question, does Bram want to go? I think Bram needs to keep looking at. Bram's like, I do not have Hippogriff, I don't have that. So Bram needs to keep looking for areas of item checks in them to try and find Flight. And then once he's found Flight, it becomes the question of, do I want to farm my Red Solar? So we'll have to see where he ends up going. Did that check. Decided to bail on it. Gonna head to Gardens here. Vlad back in Reservoir, so he's gonna be headed. We're gonna find that Arena probably. We do have 3 checks here in Gardens. Taking some damage from our Golem, but not too bad with keeping this right here. Bram is doing Reverse Gardens, pioneered by Algorithm, our esteemed tracker. If you don't have Hippogriff, it is a faster way to clear Gardens. That's Red Soul for Bram. So now he just needs Flight, and he's in go mode. So it's going to be a race here. Vlad, going to go to these Eastern checks. Well, these Eastern door checks, probably. And that gets him Red Book, and that gets him his Yellow Book Soul. Where does Bram find Flight? This is the question. You know, that's like Flight. It has fly in the name. It's pretty similar. Vlad is very low careful. Those red Minotaurs do a lot of damage. It's 189. Bram's gonna probably find Levitain heading out of here, I imagine. No, I think he might warp out instead. Okay, so that's a bit of a downside. Not working out. Okay. He has that chance to find Levitate. Very fast Manticore kill. Taps for the save to heal 30 health. Who is not going to see that Levitate. Heading straight up to the top, straight up the stairs, skipping that. Bit unlucky there, but Yasutsuno is a pretty good weapon. Vlad here to fight Arena Boss. Bram does have Galamoth. Okay, that's good. Because that is where Giant Bat is. So that is Bram's flight. Cataplectus. That's pretty good. If you find the enemy's weak to stone, that is a Stone Soul. What is this, any percent? 0 HP greater on the strat. Bram is safe splitting the checks to the top of the tower here. So if there's nothing good up here, that is a health drop. But with grapes in the shop, you probably want to go back and get it. Still, no. It's nice to see a high potion. Health as well. Health from your presets out. That is the blue goal for Bram. You know what? That's true. Good call from that guy. Now it's go mode for Bram. And a free game zone. And now it's a real go mode for Bram. Vlad here just entered into phase 2 of Balor. That's the boss's name. Oh, that ring. So now what Bram needs is to go find top floor. Got it. And Vlad needs to go find Red Book, which is, as we all remember, at the top of this area, behind Giant Skeleton. It looks like Vlad's choosing to do the checks at the bottom first, which will give Bram a bit more time to look for that top floor exit. Gonna be working out of here. Okay. Vlad now heading up. He's gonna find this Red Book soon. And then from there it'll be a quick trip because he can warp straight from Arena to top floor. So he's gonna have a bit of a lead here. Bram's stopping by the shop, so I'm gonna stock up on grapes. And that's Red Book for Vlad. So both runners in go mode. Just need to find top floor. And then, you know, there's also an advantage for Vlad because he does have that Hippogriff. Just a bit easier to use that flight. He is also one shot. No, okay, not quite a one shot. He would have like 20 health left. So needs to play it a bit safer as well. So yeah, heading back to Mina to say hi, and that puts Bram in the I wouldn't say the lead, but it might be the lead. That's a lot of damage from a Final Guard plus attack. You'd love to see that. Okay, now it's gonna put Bram in the lead. Taking some time in the shop to refresh on things. Birking, I would pick that up. There we go. Okay, for the lubricant urn. Basically on the same screen now. Ooh, gets grabbed by Succubus there. Thankfully it's not too much damage. You can just make your way out. So, kind of got a bit of a gear difference here. Bram is one level higher, so slightly more damage there, slightly more strength. But Vlad has Levitate, which is, I think, the bigger difference here. So it'll be interesting to see if I just muted myself in the middle of what I was saying. If Bram decides to use Yasutsuna here for phase 2, or go with something like Dainsleif. Dainsleif would be the better option, I think, in terms of damage, but Yasutsuna is a bit more convenient. I also missed the modifiers. Modifiers aren't, I don't know. When was the last time Graham modifiers mattered anyways? I'm gonna open a clip and see. Minus defense, resist lightning. On to phase 3 for Vlad, and also phase 3 for Bram. So this is actually a part of the fight where Yasutsuna is the better weapon. Hitting 22 times 3 instead of 35. I think it's slightly better, because you can hit them going up and then going down as well for like 5 hits. But Vlad's going to finish the fight just slightly faster, like 3 or 4 seconds. It is insane how close both of these races have been. Harunting. That's very nice. Poison weapon. If you don't know that Poison Fist, the Bram does. So let's pray for a weak to Poison Julius, just to make things nice and fair. Does Vlad know something that we don't? Taking the locked door out to get to gardens faster? We'll have to see. Is this gonna be like the last race where they both take different? Okay, it's Underground Cemetery, okay. I think Vlad might have just forgotten. That's a nice lead for Bram here, which is gonna be important because Yasutsuna is not a very good weapon for Julius. This is the kind of fight where you want to pull out that Dainsleif. Honestly though, Devil and Bale is very nice though, so Yasutsuna could be nice just for getting the easy staggers to combo into that. Plus attack, plus defense, okay. Okay. This is gonna be fun. 6,000 HP, 4,000 in the first phase, more than that, less than that, 2,000 in the second phase. It's gonna be a game of your Rush Soul, really. I still would equip your highest damage weapon, which should be Dainsleif if you didn't sell it, and Levitate for Vlad, but really you're just gonna be using Rush Soul and then waiting for it to regenerate with Rune Ring. Vlad forgot where Gardens was, so he's going to be losing a bit of time here searching for that. It's also possible he doesn't have the warp in Chapel. I wasn't paying attention to his map screen. Okay, I actually was, but I couldn't find Chapel. So yeah, we can see right here, Bram's just waiting for that MP regen. When you're hitting 6 a hit, you're going to be waiting 1,000 hits to kill Julius, compared to a mere like 90 with Rush Souls. Yo, let's go, Dainsleif. 29 a hit is very good, also 197 damage. I like this swap in weapons. Should make this fight go a lot faster as long as you can stay alive. But as long as you just use your healing, don't play too risky, always heal up if you're one-shot. It should go fine. Okay, now you're one-shot. Heal again. Okay. He does not have chapel work. Okay, good to know. That's a big setback for Vlad then. But you know, he is going to have, that's one-shot range. He's going to have a pretty good chance to come back from that, since Pram's had a pretty slow Julius fight as well. Taking the full heal with the melon here. Not into phase 2 quite yet, but I think it's going to come pretty soon. Vlad's back into chapel, so that's going to take Vlad straight to gardens. You know, the music's pretty good. Let's go, that's phase 2, and the castle starts falling apart in the background. Taking another grape for the heals, Vlad gonna enter the Julius fight. Right as Bram is into phase 2, takes 100 immediately. So, half as much HP in this phase, we're looking at 2,000 set 4,000. And how much damage is Levitate going to be doing is my question. Because it's a bit easier to use. You can hit some 15. I don't know about that. Well, you know, not like Vlad has any other options, but I think that does mean that Dainsleif is going to be just a bit better as a weapon for this fight. At least for the first phase, where you have to deal with the stagger timing, so higher damage single hits is actually a better option in some cases, not all cases. Levitate is faster attacking, so we're seeing that it's going to be a bit easier for Vlad to stagger, and thus it's a bit safer though. So it is definitely a trade-off here. Well, it's not actually a trade-off because Vlad doesn't have the other option, neither does Bram, but you know, if you conceivably came into this fight, you know, with Levitate and Dainsleif, you know, if you ever want to do this seed yourself, you can find it on the Racetime page under racetime.gg/AOSR. I'm just saying. That's a lot of Bram's healing that we've gone through so far. Only got, I believe, 1 beef curry and 2 grapes left. Very nice. That is Julius down. Looks like Bram choosing to head into Chaotic Realm rather than head back and get some more healing. Vlad takes a death to Julius. Unlucky. 197 damage exactly. I do have 2 souls here. It's going to be Indian. Oh, it's keeping that even more useful. Oh, careful there. Don't get Iron Golem. You ever think about the cosmology of the chaotic realm? If there's, you know, a whole, like, sun in the background there, or a whole moon or whatever? Like, what does the solar system of the chaotic realm look like? Is it just, like, this one spiral of castles? Or this one spiral of rooms? And then there's just a moon sitting outside? And then nothing else in the universe? Or is it that chaos just, you know, has a whole universe in there? What do you guys think? Taking some more hits there for Vlad. One shot again. Has to use some more healing. Got a red soul. Yeah, no reason to grab that. Could have been slime. But it makes sense to skip that, honestly. It's the harder one to get behind Final Guard unless you have a projectile. Milkins, actually, I don't think that's worth getting, as Chaos has a funny, very, very nice glitch where Poison and Stone don't work on the Chaos core. Well, I mean, they kind of do, but you know, not consistently, so. It's not really worth using those effect weapons on Chaos, as opposed to any other boss that would be weak to those elements. Bram at Chaos. Still rocking that same Demon's Mail. So the enemy names, yes. So we needed the space to fit the stat rando information, so we just removed vowels, basically. And then replaced, and now with that extra space we can say that they have minus HP and they resist water. Minus HP is quite nice for Bram. Resist water, truly an excellent, excellent thing to know. I don't believe that Bram has any way to deal water damage. Vlad is one shot. Also burning through a lot of healing on this Julius fight. There is a sweet, like, height that you can do, or a sweet spot where you can double hit this eye. I don't find it especially consistent, but it's just very fast to go through, or to go to. I think Bram might have wanted to hold that, actually. I think that might have been enough MP to kill the eye. But makes sense, he wants to keep some of his MP for the core. 63 on the core, that's pretty good. Gotta be careful of the spikes, though. That's no more healing for Bram, I don't think. Yeah, nope. Just got a book left. Ooh. Takes a hit from the big orb, but that is actually a dark element attack. And Demon's Mail resists dark. Around about half HP here. Taking a moment to look through his souls. Does he have any better options for this fight? And the answer is not really. Ooh. Good dodge there. And manages to knock that smaller orb into the ground to avoid getting stuck with it. Very good dodge as well. Only hitting 5 with Yasutsuna isn't as bad as you might think. It is a katana, it does multi-hit. Ooh, that's really not good. Now Bram is one shot to anything in the fight. Oh my god. My heart can't take it. However, the core is almost certainly getting very low by now with that minus HP. So we might see Bram be able to take it this try without meeting Zeth. Straight into the orb, but just barely knocks it away instead of getting hit by it. Ah, man. Just an unlucky pattern. The orb. Spikes said sit there, and the snake came from below. Is Vlad out of healing on this Julius fight? Because he has one shot, and don't want to be one shot in this fight. Oh, okay. Everything's fine. That is Julius down for Vlad, whereas Bram goes into a second try of Chaos. Vlad's going to be making his way through Chaotic just a bit faster with Hippogriff. Helps on like 3 rooms probably, but makes those rooms quite a bit faster, so some time save there. That is 2 orbs. Ooh. Still alive, can take I think 1 more hit from things right now. I think he's dead, yeah. Takes a reset there. Doesn't even wait to die. Vlad's skipping. Oh, Vlad's not skipping Millikins. And we saw that red soul was Bifron. Bifron. My name is Bifron. So I'm going to be entering Chaos for the 3rd time on Bram's side. And Vlad's going to probably be entering within about 20 seconds. Is it typical to be spending most of the runtime on these last 2 bosses? It depends. In some seeds, if it's a low gear seed, it can be very hard. In this case, it's some pretty hard stats on these last bosses in the preset stat rando. So it makes them a lot more difficult than you might usually find. But also sometimes, you know, you get a Muramasa in the seed, and then Chaos is weak to Curse, and you'd hit 1,000 damage on your first hit. So it goes both ways. That's Vlad entering Chaos too. So I think we're going to see Levitain really shine here. It has a very nice hitbox for dealing with the smaller orbs. Plus just very solid damage. I guess it seems going to be a bit better against the eyes themselves, as they have 0 defense and is a multi-hit. We're seeing that 1 level difference coming again. Bram's hitting 5 on the core with those eyes down. Whereas Vlad's hitting 4. But yeah, 13 on the core from Levitain. Plus got a good hitbox for dealing with the eyes. It wouldn't be a bad idea here, I think, to go for a 3-eye. Levitain's pretty good for 3-eyeing those top eyes. But also 13 damage on the core, plus your Ring Devil and Veil is also perfectly usable here as well. If you can just stay alive from those spikes. Oof. That's a very unlucky combo there for Bram. Vlad slides in there. Only got a piece of beef curry left. That is a full heal. But if Vlad does get hit by multiple of the smaller orbs, it could be an issue. Because then you have to time your pauses to pause right when you're at the lowest HP to use it most optimally. That's GG's for Vlad. Takes down Chaos on his first try. So that does make it a 2-0. It looks like Bram has chosen to forfeit from the race. So we'll see if we can get him in here for an interview. Would I say this was a particularly challenging combat seed? Just awkward weaknesses and bosses? So I'll answer that question, I think, once the Rise get in here, because it depends on the gear they have. Hey, Bram.
Hello.
You should turn your mic up.
Okay.
There you go.
Oh,
Talk louder.
all I did was like move closer to it.
Yeah, there you go. Hi, Vlad.
I like Vlad. GG.
Yo, GG Bram.
Thank you.
So, I had a question here in chat that was directed at me, but I'm going to direct it at both of you.
Yeah.
Would you say that this was a particularly challenging seed, combat-wise?
Yeah, the second one, probably.
Yeah.
They didn't really. They were kind of holding out on decent weapons. The best I had was a Dying Sleeve.
Well, there was Levitain in the chapel.
In the what room? Oh, the chapel. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was skipping everything in chapel because there was nothing.
Yeah.
I was getting like really close to. I think I had all the books at that point.
But yeah, it had Devil, but no good yellow that I could really find.
Yeah,
and yeah, very hard Julius to tackle with that kind of gear. But outside of that, it was fine, I thought.
Yeah, it's always plus attack in these seeds for some reason. I don't know why. I think I'm like I don't know how many seeds I've done in the tournaments with Stat Rando, but most of them have been plus attack Julius, and some of them have been plus HP. That one was plus defense, which was also pretty bad.
Yeah. At first I got there was like, oh, what, Levitain does 15, I tried every weapon, and no, it was just a big plus defense, I think.
Yeah, and I think both of you missed the XP bosses that seed.
Yeah, I guess Legion was vanilla, right next to...
I found Balor.
Okay.
Yeah, I killed Balor too. Balor was in arena, he was mandatory to... because of the blue book, or yellow, I don't remember. But yeah...
Red book was in arena.
So honestly, even with that XP bonus at those levels, hitting such low numbers on that plus defense Julius.
Yeah, for sure. When I saw that Julius, I really regretted not going for Legion, because I had found the cemetery, and at that time I was just going for the jet time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Julius was a big stop on that plan.
Julius wouldn't have been bad if it weren't for the plus defense. Could have killed him sooner and not burned so much healing. But then I got to Chaos and I was down to 1 grape and 1 curry.
Yeah, same here. Good thing Chaos was minus HP, so not really a problem.
Yeah, he was minus HP.
Yeah, and resist water.
Heck yeah, resist water.
I'm a little ashamed about that first seed. I think I just because once I realized that Arena was probably through study, and it was through study, but once it started like occurring to me that it might be through study, and I didn't find Slide, and I was skipping all these checks, I kind of started panicking, and then that just made me think worse and play worse.
Oh man, that first seed. Yeah. I was so sure that you would just get away with that once you found Hippogriff, because I was like 10 minutes before Vlad found it.
Sorry?
I was so sure you'd win that once you found Hippogriff, because I was way before Vlad found it.
Yeah.
But then Vlad,
I would have won if I hadn't died to chaos, though.
yeah, it was so close. You were in sync for the last 3 bosses, like seconds apart. There's so much of it. The slide was in Floating Gardens.
Slide was in Gardens. Why?
You went past it twice because it was in one of the rooms you would go through. So if you had gone through the top of that room, you would have seen it.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's a bat there. It's like, oh my god, you get bailed out. It's so close.
There was a bat right across the hall from the boss. I was so happy to see that.
It's crazy.
Anyway, yeah, don't start skipping checks until you know you have everything.
Yeah, slide is the most often I find useful. In vanilla you can skip it, but it's not the most common. I feel.
Yeah. I mean, I figured, what are the chances that I need this, and then I did need it.
Yeah, I was thinking like,
Anyway,
okay, so
thank you for eventually beating that second seed, Vlad. It's actually like so hot in this room. Like, I don't want to keep doing this, and like I have an air conditioner, but like the one vent that's in this room is like so weak.
it's really funny.
Anyway, GG, and good luck on the next match.
Versus Amadeus J.
Amadeus, damn.
You think you're gonna win that, Vlad?
I'm gonna try for sure.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it.
Good night, everybody. I have to go eat, so I'll go later.
Enjoy that.
GG's, Brain.
GG.
Oh, the bot commands dead. The bot commands are dead. Okay. Let me save this. I don't know how to find the Twitch accounts, guys. And Vlad. Alright, yeah. So accounts are commands are dead, but you can find in chat the links to Bram and Vlad's Twitch channels. So give them a follow.
Varix is the new bot. In here. Thank you, Varix.
I am a bot. That's me. Yeah, that was a really fun race to watch. Very close, both of them. So it was very, very tense the whole way through. Yeah, GG's. Thank you, Vlad. Good luck with your next one.
Thanks for casting. Bye, everyone.
And also, I guess while we're at it, Algorithm is doing the tracking and was wrong. Bram had not defeated Inner Quarters boss. So don't follow Algorithm. Doesn't deserve it. Made one mistake. Yeah, thank you, Algorithm, for tracking.
Yeah, thank you.
I think that's it. Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. There's going to be some more Aria races coming up soon, whenever they get scheduled, and you can find that link also in the chat, because the bot is dead. But there it is.